Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NFL news. I didn't do one yesterday, during the day, so there's probably a few things from yesterday, but a few things from today. I want to talk about some injury updates here to start. So, update, hashtag Chiefs running back Jerick McKinnon and wide receiver Mecole Hardman are both out for their Week 12 game against the hashtag Raiders. Wide receiver Richie James could be active, per the team. Who better to fix your drop problem than Richie James, man? Richie James. I mean, McKinnon's a big part of the run and pass game for him. That's probably a big loss right there in the backfield, not having Jerick McKinnon. Mecole Hardman really hasn't done much since getting traded back to that team. But we'll see what Richie James can do. An update, hashtag Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp will play against the hashtag Cardinals in Week 12 despite dealing with an ankle injury per the team. So Cooper Kupp will play on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. I hope he gets healed before the game and he's not playing injured and then goes out there and gets injured again and does more damage to his ankle. So, undrafted Tim Boyle is starting for the hashtag Jets over bench Zach Wilson. The second overall pick. Not the second overall pick. I think he's probably like a late round pick. Boyle had 13 INTs to only 1 TD in college and somehow starting in the NFL today.
We've been successfully selling the country since 1965. Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Give us a call or visit us online at FordBrothersInc.com.
He was just terrible in college. I don't know how he's in the NFL. And he played his last season at EKU. I mean, it's not like it was great. He threw more INTs and TDs at EKU. I mean, like, how was Tim Boyle starting in the NFL? How? But, we had some breaking stuff. Hashtag Jets are making wide receiver Allen Lazard a healthy inactive for the hashtag Dolphins game, per Connor J. Hughes. Lazard struggled with drops this season after signing a 4-year, $44 million contract free agency. This is crazy. A healthy inactive for a guy you paid 4 years and $44 million for. Aaron Rodgers ain't here to make him look decent. That's why he's looking trash. Maybe I guess you can say GM Aaron Rodgers with another miss here, but he ain't there to make Allen Lazard look like a good receiver. Just but it's looking like a waste of money right now. But the Jets QB Zach Wilson has officially been demoted to third string. Ahead of the Dolphins game, which is the emergency QB, so he's inactive. Mekhi Becton, Allen Lazard, defensive end Carl Lawson are all inactives. While this is some good news, Garrett Wilson with an elbow injury is active for this game. Took him half the season to realize he sucks. Finally benched him. So we have an update now on Devon Achane. Hashtag Dolphins rookie QB Devon Achane is officially inactive for the hashtag Jets game. Well, he is inactive along with Eli Apple. Robbie Anderson. Robbie Chosen is inactive. Go figure. The chain isn't a bust. I saw people in the comments probably joking like, oh, he's a bust. No, it's just he's been really good. It's just the injuries so far in his rookie year. So OBJ, Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. is a game-time decision for the Week 12 game against hashtag Chargers. OBJ, I won't say it will be pain-free. Why is he made of glass? Like he's always injured every week now, it feels like he's always injured. So we have an update for the Bengals ahead of Week 12. Hashtag Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins is out for the Week 12 against the hashtag Steelers. Cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt is also out, part of the team. So 2 big injuries there. Now they're going to lose even more than before. The Bengals are finished, man. 2 key players out for week 12. Without having their second best wide receiver and one of their top corners in Cam Taylor-Britt. So, breaking. The hashtag Eagles are cutting former first-round pick defensive end Derek Barnett, per Adam Schefter. Are they going to do this to try and make room for Shaq Leonard? I think that's what they're probably going to do. Open up a roster spot. So now 11 sacks on the season for Micah Parsons, and NFL players with at least 11 plus sacks in each of their first 3 seasons. Cowboys Micah Parsons, Colts Dwight Freeney, and Eagles Reggie White. Some pretty good names to be up there with an elite company. You know, Dwight Freeney was really underrated in his time. So we had some breaking news this morning. The Commanders, hashtag Commanders, have fired defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. Del Rio! Per Rap Sheet, it's about time. They've got someone else too. They need to fire Ron Rivera, but they'll probably do that at the end of the season. But I feel it's going to be a start of major coaching changes for Washington. But it had to happen. It just had to. It should have been done weeks ago, but it's finally happened. And in addition to defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio, the Commanders also fired DB's coach Brent Wieselmeyer, per Tom Pelissero. The Commanders lost 45-10 to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, and Rivera is making moves now. Well, the next move should be firing Ron Rivera. But yeah, crazy. They fired their defensive coordinator and defensive backs coach. Ron Rivera and Josh Harris, the Commanders owner, each released statements, so you can go look at those if you want to on Dolph Cleveland's Twitter. So Commanders coach Ron Rivera was asked if he's worried about, going forward. Hashtag Commanders coach Ron Rivera says he's, quote, not worried about job status after a blowout loss to the hashtag Cowboys. The Commanders lost 45-10 to Dallas on Thanksgiving yesterday. Rivera, end quote, said, no, I've told you before, I'm not worried about anything. All I'm going to do is do my job and see how things go. That's the only thing I can do. End quote. He's probably in the acceptance stage at this point. He's 100% gone at the end of the season. He's getting fired. It means he should be. He's just not a good coach. I mean, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Get ready to learn some ching chong. You're gone. Trending. NFL Hall of Famer Warren Sapp trashes hashtag Patriots Bill Belichick. Tom Brady's the reason why you're Bill Belichick. That's who you owe that to. All that Patriot way shit is out the window. You can't go recreate somewhere else. Sapp added, it's time to go to the couch. The game is over. The Patriots are 2-8 this season under Belichick, who's a career-losing coach without Tom Brady over a large 11-season sample size. And yeah, he isn't wrong. There's no way there's no way he can go somewhere else and replicate his success. That's kind of true. So there was part of a report yesterday, hashtag Cowboys QB Dak Prescott could, quote, absolutely challenge Joe Burrow as the NFL's highest paid player on his new contract per J. Jones 9. Burrow recently signed a 5-year extension worth $275 million with $219.01 million guaranteed. Cowboys also need to pay players like linebacker Micah Parsons and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb next season. The report says Dallas and Dak haven't started extension talks yet, but his cap hit for 2024 is an impossible $60 million. I don't know if it'd be best for a franchise's sake. There's a lot of variables right now. I think a lot of us are waiting to see how this year's playoff run goes. If he has another stinker, it's going to be hard to sign him to another big deal. But as I said, the front office really tied their hands with a huge cap hit next year. I think he's an above average QB the majority of the time. Front office didn't do him any favors for sure. But I'd say he's a top 5 to 10 franchise quarterback. Having said that, I wouldn't say he's elite, but the only elite keeping elite right now is probably Mahomes and Burrow. But I think this report, it will depend on if Dak has a great or a stinker postseason. If he has an elite postseason, it's gonna be hard to not pay him. But if I'm Jerry, I'm saying like, if I'm Jerry, I'm saying like a 2 to 3 year deal. I don't think they'll do it, but I mean they might. He could take a pay cut. I mean, it's easy to save for that, but you probably want to sign Micah and CD first. Per report, hashtag Jets QB Aaron Rodgers will work to return to play this season regardless if the Jets are in playoff contention or not, per Jay Glazer. He still wants to show he's able to come back faster from that Achilles tear than any quarterback ever. He's just trying to glorify himself. Oh well, breaking Aaron Rodgers is all about Aaron Rodgers. Wow. This has nothing to do with the team. He just wants to be the fastest from that Achilles tear fastest comeback from an Achilles tear than any other quarterback ever. All that just to hurt again, which I hope not, but you never know. It could happen. So the lowest passer rating allowed by linebackers, men of 20 targets entering week 12, is Jelani Tavai, AJ Speed, Robert Spillane, Fred Warner, Logan Wilson is all in order, Quan Alexander is out for the season, Ernest Jones, Blake Cashman, Devin White, and Trevor Bernard's your top 10. Tavai's been so underrated. It's a rare bright spot for the Patriots this season. So, per report, this is Jay Glazer, and this is actually interesting. Jim Harbaugh. The Michigan Jim Harbaugh investigation about the sign stealing won't impact how NFL teams view him, should he decide to return to the league via Jay Glazer. So he's basically saying, with the Michigan sign stealing scandal, drama that's went on, that he's basically saying how teams will view, this won't impact how teams view him. Would he come back to the NFL? Teams won't care, really. I mean, I don't know why they'd care. So, per report, Commanders plan to evaluate head coach Ron Rivera after the season, barring unforeseen circumstances. Per rap sheet, they're now 4-8 this season after loss. Last night, I'm going over some news from yesterday, and are coming off a brutal loss to undrafted rookie quarterback Tommy DeVille on the hashtag Giants. The Giants have previously lost their last 2 games by a combined score of 79-23, and were 2-8 on the season. Which, there's not much to evaluate. He's done. So the lowest passer rating allowed by safeties. The top 10 is Kyle Hamilton, Julian Blackman, Geno Stone, Rodney Thomas. The Ravens and Colts dominate the top 4 here. Rudy Ford, Rashawn Jenkins, Jabril Peppers, Kirby Joseph, Jesse Bates, and DeMonte KZ. Kyle Hamilton's an All-Pro this year. Per report, hashtag Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson is not expected to play on Monday Night Football in Week 12 against the hashtag Bears because of his hamstring injury, source told Dean Rossini. He could be back after Week 14 against the Raiders after the Vikings bye week, so it looks like he's finally going to be back Week 14. Possibly. Update. In addition to the hashtag Cowboys and hashtag Eagles, the hashtag Vikings are also, quote, in contention for former Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard, who's now a free agent per Dan Rossini. Other teams are collecting information on him, and a source says that he may take his time to make a decision. So there's 3 teams in the running for him, the Eagles, Cowboys, and Vikings. Hopefully Cowboys get him for some depth purposes. Per report, the hashtag Titans will not fire or trade away head coach Mike Vrabel, according to Dan Rossini. From the report, based on multiple conversations with high-ranking Titans officials, the franchise strongly and collectively believes it has the right coach for long-term success. I mean, why would they? It's kind of the right move. I don't think he's really the problem. It's a horrible roster. I mean, if they get a better roster, he's a good coach. I mean, just saying. That's all I'll say for the NFL news here from Doug Kleeman. Got through all of it from today and yesterday, so until next time, I'm out a lot. Peace.